Sylvia, tell us about your experience in the fintech space.
Yeah, so for me, I actually knew the founder and really respected him in our industry as a professional. And, it became really apparent very quickly that we had a shared goal and a shared passion for wanting to help Australians. And, through a few conversations, we quickly found an opportunity where we can help Australians save on their home loans, and that will make a huge impact to a lot of families around the country. And I guess on a more personal note, I was ready for a change and I was ready to be really close to that impact and really feel every decision that I made. And so I felt like it was the right challenge and the right opportunity for me to jump on board for.
Yeah, so you said you knew the founder, but what did you need inside you to take that gamble and go into a startup fintech business?
Yeah, so I've always knew that being in big corporates wasn't my thing. I am very much a doer, and I felt like in my career anyway, I was ready to take that risk and build something from the ground up. And I heard a lot of stories about small businesses and that feeling you get when you make your first sale, and I wanted to feel that. And that was kind of the tipping edge, I guess, for me to go into the fintech startup world, and that passion for the purpose that we're going after as well really is a driving force and a motivation for me.
What's the difference in working in a different kind of environment than a big four bank?
Yeah, it's night and day. I think in a big bank, you are such a small part of a large machine. And naturally, that comes with layers of management, a whole bunch of processes, a very low risk appetite. Naturally, like there's red tape, and you have to be really cognizant of the industry and the things that you're doing. And so, what I felt I needed anyway from my next step is to move into something small and nimble. And that's exactly what a startup gives you. We've got a clear purpose, we've got a clear mission, and we're just going after it day after day. And we make decisions really fast, and we're able to learn and iterate really quickly. And experimentation is part of our DNA. We don't know what's going to work, nobody knows. So, really taking that learning and growth mindset and embedding that in your culture is so important. And that's something that was a bit more difficult to do in a large organization. And I think as well, on a personal note, we made and built a lot of things when I worked at CBA, and I'm so grateful for that experience. But here at True Savings, every time you change a button or you introduce a new feature, you truly see the impact that has on your customers, and you hear that from them directly. And that's something that I yearned for, I guess, when I worked at a big bank.
So, what are the goals for True Savings in its first year?
Yeah, so we're about 9 months old now, and we've only really gone big with our platform over the last month or so. And so, Australians are paying $3.6 billion dollars in excess interest on their home loans every single year. And our team is so driven by wanting to get that money back into the pockets of everyday Australians. And so, I guess tangibly, when you dwindle that down into what does the first year look like, if we can help 2,000 Australians save at least $5,000 on their home loan every single year, that's putting $10 million dollars back into someone's pocket, back into the pockets of Australians. And that's no small feat. So that's really what we're going after in the first year. But we're ready for more, and we're really excited for it.
Okay, a big challenge for all businesses is to find your audience and then actually deliver what they need. What's been the experience for you seeking out your target audience?
It's really tough, I guess, to figure out where your audience is and where your messaging kind of resonates. And virtually in the home loan industry, anyone that has a home loan or is looking to buy a home is your customer and can be your customer. And we're really blessed that we've got so many channels available to us these days that it's all about going big. You go broad, you try out a whole bunch of different messages, different framing, use the channels that are there at your disposal, like socials. TikTok's such a huge channel at the moment, and it's become very viral. And Facebook, Instagram, those types of channels haven't died down. So at True Savings, we've really utilize those channels appropriately and just try to see what works, and then you double down, you figure out what's working, and then you really just go after that thing, and then you continue to go around and around and around until you figure out exactly what's really resonating.
Okay, so you've talked about your experience at a big bank. You've had 9 months at a fintech startup. What's the best piece of advice you've picked up along the way, and you just thought, "Wow, I never thought about that," but it's makes so much sense.
Yeah, so the one that's really stuck out to me anyway for the last like 9 months has been anyone can have a great idea, but it really comes down to how you execute it. And the reason why that kind of sticks with me is because it just makes me, I guess, more driven to try new things. And so we do have a great idea, but it's all in the detail. And to execute something well is really difficult, and having the right people around you really makes that something that you can accomplish. So out of that piece of advice, I see an opportunity to continue to try new things and, take different perspectives and challenge the norm and really push the boundaries to make that great idea into something that is successful.
And isn't it amazing, Sylvia, how you change as a person because you haven't had these experiences before to process and react to? It's amazing that kind of change, isn't it?
Yeah, it's incredible. It's been really enlightening the last 9 months and everything that I thought it would be and more because, every day I get to go to work, I get to work with amazing people. And, it's quite inspiring to see what you can do. And, for a long time I thought, who am I? How can I make a difference? And being in such a small startup, I've really started to realize the power of, just putting your skill set into something that you truly believe in and just letting it do its thing.
Yeah. Great to hear your experiences, Sylvia.